Welcome to the Spar Scene MMA podcast. Here we are today. We have a special episode. We have an up-and-coming fighter, Majid Corbett, joining us today before his title fight where he defends his belt next Saturday in Detroit, Michigan with the Lights Out promotion. We'll get him in here and we'll get him introduced.
Hey, good morning, Majid.
Yep.
Nice to meet you, man.
What's up, bro? Same. Nice to meet you.
He's loaded up.
Brad builds you up a lot, okay? And he said a lot of like really
Majid.
horrible gossip about you, but most of it was positive.
Yeah, Jorge. Good. My boy Brad. What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
Good, bro. How about yourself?
Doing good. How's the sparring this morning?
Oh, it was real good, dude. We had a bunch of rounds today. So we did like 2 minutes of like nonstop. You had like 6 rounds. So you really were in there for really like 12 minutes straight. And you took like a 2-minute break, and then you're in there again for like 12 minutes straight. And it was really good. Like, so it's like I'm like a week away from fighting. So it was like a little bit of touch ball with me, but like at the same time, like we picked up the pace a lot, And yeah, we just like stayed on the surface about things, got a good flow going, and it was real good. I felt really good this morning.
Right.
Feel real good going into
Hey,
next week.
So I'm just to give him some background. So Majid is a high school state champion wrestler. Went to Limestone, All-American college wrestler. Now he's undefeated, 3-0, defending his belt a week from today in Detroit. Why Detroit? Like, what's his promotion? Why did you get started with them?
Dude, so this promotion kind of came out of nowhere. So back in June, it was like in the middle of June or something like that. We got a call. They were like, "Hey, do you want to fight for a title fight for the bantamweight title fight?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, why not?" And they're like, "All right, word." So he hits me all these details, like saying like, it's out in Detroit, and the reason like they picked me is because my coach, manager, mentor, he knew another promoter that was like, someone dropped out. We need a fighter. We need somebody to fight this bantamweight. We need someone to fight, and no one's fighting. So he hit my coach. I was like, "Yo, do you want your guy to fight? All the way up there?" And we're like, "Yeah." So we took it, and it so happened to be against a guy that I had wrestled in college, a guy named Chris
damn.
Poland. Yeah, it was crazy. I actually lost to him in college, and fucking like I was on a hot streak. It was a good year for me, bro. I was, balling out, like feeling good. I remember talking to a girl right before like going to that match too, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go to this match. I'm about to catch a dub. I'm about to da. Anywho, I ended up losing to the kid, right? And freaking, that sat on my mind for a while because I wanted to wrestle him again because I didn't think I should have lost. But I lost fair and square. I just wanted to get my get back. And then finally, fast forward some years later, I get the call like 2 weeks out. They're like, "Hey, you want to come fight up in Detroit? Like, no one wants to fight this kid." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll fight him." And I'm like, "All right, so what's his name?" And my coach sends me his name. I'm like, "No fucking way." So I was like, "Yeah, dude, we're definitely sending it." So we fought up there. We went up there, in 2 weeks notice. I cut like 20 something pounds.
Damn.
And yeah, dude, it was awesome, dude. I got hooked up with my doctor, Dr. Ari Kramer of the Fight Doctors. You should guys look him up on Instagram. He's like legit. He like, works with the best fighters in the world and everything like that. He like takes care of everyone's weight cut. But he took care of mine, and freaking he gave me some like milestones to hit, and I hit him and fucking made weight and went out there and smoked, dude, and it was awesome. And after that, dude, so they were like, "Yeah, we're looking to defend the title back in this time again, September." And they couldn't find anyone to fight me at bantamweight. So I was like, "Yo," I just told my coach, I was like, "Yo, fuck it, let's go fight featherweight. Let's fight for the featherweight title." And he was like, "All right." So he went back to a buddy, and we were like, "All right, let's do it." So we signed up, and we're here.
Damn. Well, yeah, I know your
So,
performance looked good. How'd you feel though when you dropped all that weight so fast?
Oh, dude, amazing, dude. I felt great. Like that's the best I ever felt. Like, dude, I've been cutting weight. Like, I started really like cutting weight like when I was in college. Like, I didn't have to ever cut weight when I was in high school. I was always too little. I was always like too little for even the smallest weight class, so I never had to. But dude, freaking I was as a wrestler, I was always like cutting weight like the wrong way or whatever, and I always like felt like shit, like cutting whether it was cutting a 33 or 41 or whatever, like like it was always like hell, and like all wrestlers like typically kind of make it that way, like out of ignorance. But freaking dude, I got with the doctor. We did the shit the right way, scientifically, like how you're supposed to do it and you need to do it, and like I stayed disciplined and consistent. I didn't have no like slip ups or anything like that, and even if I had like a minor slip up, it wouldn't have been enough to shake me off my game. But freaking, I felt fine. I felt great. Like we did a recovery plan afterwards. Like it's all science, bro. It's all a plan.
That's good.
It's all a plan. And
Yeah.
if you follow the
Hell
plan,
yeah.
you're gonna feel perfectly fine.
That's it,
What
bro.
weight do you
Gotta
walk
stay
around
disciplined.
at?
I walk around at like so it depends. It'll range from like 55 to like I would say like the heaviest like being like undisciplined and like being kind of a scumbag. I get up to like 65 or 68. Just being like lazy. Nothing's on the list. I have like 3 months or 4 months I got to do something. But like when I'm like training and in shape, I like to be around like 53, almost 52, because like that's where I'll fight at the next day. Like, so I weighed in at 35, I'll fight at 52. So I like to be at optimal
Oh,
weight,
okay.
like between 52 and like 57, just to give myself, some cheeseburger space.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Of
That's cool.
course.
And
Feel
Majid,
me?
I was just curious, as the perhaps resident jiu-jitsu nerd out of the group, I did a little bit of
Hey.
research on the background with you. Caught some excellent footage of you rolling with Logan at Alliance. Beautiful. Also,
Oh
your
yeah.
super fight, Triumph Fight Academy. I thought that was excellent performance. Watching that, I was just kind of curious. How do you translate your experience with Nogi to MMA? How do you feel like it translates? Because I notice your game's a little bit different. It's very much a neutralizing game. I'd love to see and hear more about that.
So like I don't know. It's MMA is totally different. So you also got to factor in punches and all that other stuff, of course. But like, you just like keep the basics. Like just keep the basics because that like the basics works in every jiu-jitsu situation and almost in every MMA situation too. So like if I'm not worried about getting a punch, I'm working a shrimp or like get my base, like get my frames under me and things like that. Once I like block off the punches and stuff. But like it almost like it correlates like it's not too much of a difference. I don't believe. I don't really see much, as long as like you can protect yourself from getting punched or you seeing punches come through or, strikes coming through, like you'll be fine and be able to, but I don't know. My no gi translating into MMA, it's just simple to me. It's just simple, throw some punches, move to the next position, stay tight, you know, look for submissions. I like to cause damage. Just keep striking, bang, 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 you know,
Keep those
smash and
reward
pound.
points, those style points.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of how it really translates, honestly. It's just like staying in good position, being aware, and staying in good position. Like, because a lot of times, like in MMA, like also you have to like factor in the slip factor. Like, it's a lot harder to throw, a spinning armbar or something that like you would do in like gi, because you have cloth to grab on. Like, it's a lot harder to do things like that when you can slip off and lose position. So it's more of a discipline factor of like staying disciplined to the basics, like in no gi. Like, if I stay tight, if I keep my elbow on his hip and my knee on his hip, like he can't move. Like I'm not necessarily worried about like looking for a submission. I just got to stay tight here, throw strikes, let him open up, and when he opens up, that's when a submission may open up or something else.
It was fascinating to watch because there's more of an awareness of frames and positioning, more of like a self-defense approach where I could see you thinking through the problem, where it's not
Yeah.
necessarily, oh, I'm setting up, I'm going to fall back on a heel hook. Like that's something that's going to be extremely compromising to you in a fight. You're thinking about
Mm-hmm.
staying tight, staying controlled, keep people
Yeah,
away.
stay in the best position. So, because like for example, like if like like because I'm an aware, aware grappler and like I'm an experienced grappler. Like if I feel like someone or I think someone's like looking for the heel hook or something like that, like staying in good position is by keeping my foot posted on the ground, like planted on the ground. Like not allowing
Mm.
them to get my leg up, or reaping over my legs or anything like that, like getting their legs over, getting a single leg guard or something like that. Like I would have to be disciplined enough and smart enough to just stay in good position, stay tight in certain places. It doesn't. I don't have to go down the rabbit hole with you. I don't have to like, oh, let you do this and like I'm, turning and doing all this. No, 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 no. I'm gonna just stop you from, from the very get go, from the basic of the move,
No
or
need
the
to
anatomy of the body.
overreact. And,
No, no, no.
and
It's a,
Simon,
it's
I
a
know
waste of
you
energy.
had some questions about the amateur scene that you wanted to cover as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely really interested in the amateur scene. I tried to do some research, so I know it's a lot different in each state, but I know amateur fighters aren't technically paid by the promotion, but they can get other benefits by like tickets and stuff like that. But with it being in Michigan next week, do they pay for any hotel fees? Are they allowed to even do that, or what does that kind of look like?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. So I mean, I don't know. I don't really know all the rules. But like, they can kind of do as much as they please. But like for me, for example, like in this amateur promotion, like they are paying for my flight and they are paying for
Nice.
the hotel. And like part of the package was like, or the deal was like, because I took that fight back in June on such short notice, like, it's like you're asking an amateur, you don't know if the guy has any money or not. And like, I'm broke as hell. I ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Broke is a joke. Like, so it's like, I come up there and fight, but like, if you pay, pay to do, pay to get me up there. Cause like, I can't afford to get up there. So like, they say, yeah, we'll pay, your flight and you pay for your place to stay. And like, we'll take care of you in that aspect. And like, you can kind of like, I don't want to necessarily say take the L and, other expenses and things like that, but that's part of the game. That's part of what you do. It's kind of like why you got to make a business out of it too. So,
Yeah.
like, there's nothing wrong with like, them flying you out places and, going to a hotel and then, having you paying for like your food or whatever. Like that's, it's just part of the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dude. So like most amateurs don't get that kind of treatment, sometimes they don't get that. I don't want to necessarily say it's treatment either. It's just being in a position and like, that's just how the cards are played. That's how business is dealt, like, you can't expect someone, to come to your state halfway across the country, not accommodate some type of way. But like most amateurs don't get that, and like you said, so guys do get like ticket commission. Like they're like, hey, you sell a bunch of tickets, like we'll give you 20%. And like if you're really good at selling tickets, like, some promotions will give you more percentage, some will give you less. It all depends on how well you're good at selling yourself, selling the game, and like, how much you can get money for, the whole squad.
Is that
The
big
promotion
incentive
and
to sell wolf tickets and talk trash?
Yeah, that's just that could just be part of you, bro. Like, I don't know. That part of me is coming out, I do my thing. Like I'm never gonna say like, oh, it just comes out of nowhere. It's always part of me. I just some people just haven't seen it yet. The world haven't seen it. But yeah, that's definitely part of the game. It's part of entertaining, bro. It's like, it's part of keeping it real too. Like, so like, that's what like, is entertaining to people is like being real. So like, a lot of these guys, like they kind of like, do it for fake or do it for fun or, I don't know. I'm not really into that. Like people just think I'm funny, like just me being real, so I'll just keep it just being that for myself. But like for other people play the game,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've known you since like elementary school days, and you've been a dog ever since then. So I know it's in you for sure.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, those are some times, dude. Dude, Brad, I met you in like fifth grade, like
Bro,
Alex
I was
Drive.
thinking about it before. I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, I remember you came. Did you move from New Jersey?
Yeah, so yeah, well,
And you had a mohawk, and you
so
had a mohawk like this high.
yeah,
Like third grade, bro.
yeah, bro, yeah, bro. It was crazy as well. Yeah, I had a while coming up, dude. I had went to a bunch of schools in like through the elementary phase, like through kindergarten through like fifth grade, and then I went to Alex Drive my sixth grade year. And that's when I like really had like the most memories. I feel like we had like a math class or something like that together.
Bro, I
Maybe you were
remember.
too smart. You're probably in the smarter
Nah.
classes than that.
Nah,
You
dude,
know how they
nah.
had the honor
Nah.
classes and the regular kid classes. Nah, chill. But
Nah.
And then I had moved to New Jersey. I had moved to New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and then I came back down like halfway through seventh grade, and then that's when like seventh, eighth, and then yeah.
Hey man,
Yeah,
Majid was a
dude.
safety on the middle school football team. I remember one day I was back when I was an athlete. I was a running back, right? During practice, dude. During practice, I would get the ball. I got through D line. I got through linebackers. It's me, Majid, right? And there's the end zone behind him. I'm thinking, okay, I'll give him the stiff arm. I'll be in the end zone. Majid like did a double leg. He didn't pick me up, but he just like double legged me and just stuck me. I was like, bro, like what?
And this is back when Brad looked
Yeah,
like Gilbert
dude.
Burns, so that's saying even something.
Yo, I'm telling you, hey, Brad was a big dog on the team. Not gonna lie. Like he was like, it was him, Capone, and it was like, they were the best dudes on the team. And I was like, yeah, boy, yeah. Those are the fun days,
Uh,
dude. Those were the time,
They
middle school
were, they
days.
were.
I was little as
Yeah, well,
hell.
speaking back on one thing you were talking about before, just about like, financially being tough as an amateur, like what are some of the things you've had to sacrifice, like while pursuing this dream of course, the UFC is the ultimate goal. So what are some kind of things that you've had to sacrifice during this journey?
Uh, so the ultimate goal is to be the best ever in the world, right? So we're gonna change the game up, and you guys are gonna see like in the next couple of years because it'll happen pretty fast. To answer that question, um, to answer what was the question? How do I
Like, what are some things,
incorporate
like,
like what are the
yeah,
sacrifices
like
I
what are
made?
some things you've had to like you deal with on the
Dude,
journey?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm kind of an asshole. I think it's all a balance in life. Sacrifice I had to make, money for sure. Like money, you can't money, but like I don't know what sacrifices have I made. I don't really know. I can't say I got rid of some friends. I can't say I got rid of family. I can't say. I don't know. I just made it part of my life. I don't know. It's just been something that's always been like I kind of like would like dive me into like part of wrestling. Like I can't say I made sacrifices for wrestling either. So that's hard to answer to say like what kind of sacrifices I made.
Can you see us,
I don't know,
Majid?
dude. I just made it part of my life. Yeah, I can see you.
Okay,
Can you see me?
I see
I'm
like a
here. You
little
can't
like
see you.
yeah. Are you? Is your Wi-Fi?
Oh, y'all can't see me?
Yeah. Are you at the same spot you were or no?
No, I walked away.
Oh.
Can you see me now or no?
No, it
I
says
can
the
hear you
Wi-Fi.
better.
So we can edit this part out. Don't worry about it. But I was gonna see.
Oh,
No, it's all good. We can just.
can you see me
Now you
though?
go. I see you now. Okay. Okay.
I can't
There
see
Now
you
you
go.
we can
guys.
take
Hey,
that. We
okay,
can
damn, I
take
don't
that
know what
part
that
out.
was.
We can take that part
Yeah,
out.
we can
Yeah.
take that out. It's still recording. We're good. It just won't.
And Majid,
Yeah.
just curious. I know in line of what Brad's saying here, I think the sport in general has this vibe of being, in a way, it's a selfish thing. Like you have to be completely focused on your weight cut. You cannot do certain things. Like when people want to go out, they want to do this, they want to do that. You have to stay on the path.
Uh,
I was curious, just how supportive is your coach in this process? How did you get hooked up with your head coach? I was actually curious who your head coach is and any background about them in the camp.
oh man, dude. So, dude, I don't know. This I kind of always liked it. I always like fighting. I used to always like think about it all the time whenever I used to go home after school and stuff like that. And like, I don't know. It was just like something always cool. But dude, it just happened like by the will of God. Like I was wrestling in college. My head coach was Kelly Revels, and the assistant coach was Carl Reed. And they're like yeah, yeah. I don't know. They were like the only coaches that like bought into me. And there's another coach, Matt. He was a cool guy. He really, believed in me as well. But I went to Limestone and I wrestled, and like I always kind of like my coach, Carl. He was fighting. He was training with Steven Wonderboy up in the upstate. He was like living in Gaffney. He was traveling like back and forth like between Greenville and Gaffney, like, an hour each day, like to train twice a day, and like he would do that and then come to wrestling practice, train us, like coach us, and sometimes even hop in and train with us. But like he just kind of like laid out a blueprint of like how it should be done and how like professional athletes should train. And I kind of like watched him and saw it a little bit. And as he was fighting and going through his career, like he was on Dana White Contender Series twice. And unfortunately, we fell short of both of those, and we carried on with our careers and everything like that. He kept coaching for a couple of years. I think he left like either my fourth or fifth year in college. I can't remember. But like I said, I like it was always my dream to fight, and I always told myself I was like, if I won a national title before I graduated, I was going to drop out of school and go, live in a van and go fight out in California. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So I had to like get realistic and be like, all right, this is this is the plan. I want to fight. I still want to be a national champion. Like, how am I going to do it? And I talked to the only guy that like was doing what I wanted to do, and he was right in my fucking face. He was a guy I saw literally every day, and I was like, yo, like I want to do this. I want to fight. He was like, for real? I'm like, yeah. And so like, at first everyone's like, you want to fight? Yeah. And like, you kind of walk on and you keep moving about the topic. And then like, it keeps coming up ever so more and more and more. And it gets serious, starts to get more serious, more serious. And it's like, yo, I'm trying to pull up on you, trying to train. And that's, that like, I wanted to do something. I'm going to just go out there and fucking ask and go do it.
It's
So
so
that's really it. My
important.
coach was Carl Reed. Yeah, my coach was Carl Reed. I saw him do shit. I was like, yo, I'm trying to do that shit. Like, this is what I want to do. I'm trying to take it to the next level. Like, help me. And that's really what it was like.
And looking forward to
And from
this
there,
weekend. Oh, sorry, Majid. You good?
you strike around.
Oh, just looking forward to this weekend. As you guys are game planning, is it something where you spend a lot of time concerned with what this guy is bringing? Or do you just worry about staying in your lane, staying focused and disciplined? I was wondering how much do we scout the other fighter? How much tape is there really out there for these guys when it's on an amateur scene as well? It must be a little bit of a challenge.
Well, kind of, sort of not real. So, because amateurs, because I don't know everything. I don't know, I'm still learning the basics on strike. I'm still learning the basics. Still learning. Sometimes I got like combining them all, right? So, dude, in amateurs, bro, you're just kind of out there like learning the basics, apply the basics in an amateur fight, and honestly, that's what'll win you an amateur fight. It's being disciplined to be a basic. Yeah, we scout a little bit for sure because I think our skill level is starting to get there a little bit, and the things that we're working on in our basics are like incorporated into the fight. So when we see those things into the fights, we double down on those basics alone, and so it just helps us like it really helps us like get better skill wise, like as fighters. So we don't necessarily we look at the fights, see that because we're all such at a like low level right now. We're all like, some guys are low level mentally, some high level mentally. Some guys are low skill. Like we're all such at the same amateur level that like fucking, the basics will work. And if you're disciplined on them, you're fine. And that's that's my game plan, honestly. We watch the guy a little bit. We see the things that he does. We're like, all right, this is what we're taking out. This is what we're doing.
But
you guys do that?
Say you're cracking up a little bit. What was that?
Yeah, heard me. So you guys do
Yes. Yeah, across the boards.
Yeah,
That's actually how we all came together. That's how we all met.
Yeah. So you don't understand. You think Brad was like more forced white belt, blue belts, or whatever.
Yeah. So Alex is the recent blue belt of the three of us. So me and Simon, our day's coming. Our day's coming.
Brad's close. Both y'all are close.
Alex.
Oh, say it one more time, Majid.
Which one's Alex?
Oh, that's me.
The hat on.
That's me. Yeah.
Okay, a Ducky. Okay. Hey, congratulations on your promotion, bro.
Thank you so much.
You'll definitely be hard to roll with, bro. You're definitely hard. But you understand. You see the basics. You understand how it works a little bit. You start to see it more, right?
Yeah. What happens is an awareness of how it all fits together, and that's the beautiful part of it. Is you start to see it's all a circle. Like certain techniques feed into each other, and it's almost like you think about blue belt. Blue belt is that stage where, all right, they trust you. All right. You can stay here. you know enough to protect yourself, protect other people. And in a sense, I think a great test of somebody is if they can roll with people and make it work no matter what, regardless of the level of experience. If you can protect your partner and still make it fun, like that's the true test. It's I don't know if you had the same experience. I think people have a problem in the very beginning. They smash so hard. They want to win so bad. Sometimes it can almost hold them back.
Tense up when they get stuff and they're going super hard, grabbing real hard. It's like, you gotta relax. You got to relax.
Majid, are you do you have to run? Are you busy?
No, not really. We're cleaning up the gym a little bit, but wow, what's up, man?
I got you. I'll ask you one or two more questions. I'll get you out of here.
Yeah, no.
All right. I was curious. Do you have a fire nickname yet, or you still just Majid Corbett? You got like a Mighty Mouse Majid, or you think a?
It's just Majid, man. It's just my name right now. I don't know. I'll probably let the world figure that out later, but
yeah.
If you need some help,
you hear this guy? What's this?
Just don't choose Pitbull. Don't choose Pitbull. It's played.
Nah, don't choose Pitbull.
If you need some help, we can do a brainstorm.
Lord, man. You guys come up with something good, man, because I don't know if I'm ever be able to adopt one, but I don't know. I'll let the world pick. Someone's going to pick.
You guys got any more questions? Or?
Yeah, I was just going to ask if you think about fighting in a promotion nearby so we could come check you out.
Hell yeah, dude. October 28th for 864.
Okay.
Showcase. It's for Showcase in his MMA. October 28th. They're looking for. Yeah, dude. It's in Greenville, South Carolina. It's going to be at the Double Stamp Brewery. It's like outdoors. It's badass, and they're trying to find an opponent for me, man. Someone's got to step the fuck up. And I was like, dude, if it comes down to it, I don't give a fuck. I'll fight 155. So anywhere between 35 and 55, somebody step up. I need to fight that weekend. You heard?
Let's go.
God almighty. Guys are pushy around here, man. Guys are soft around here.
Get one of those Scoggins boys.
Somebody
out there.
fly somebody.
Up.
whoa. It's like, nah.
Nah, we'll
But
try to make that though
yeah,
for
dude,
sure.
for real. Yeah, no doubt, bro. Hell yeah, bro.
How can they watch
Yeah,
this
shit. It'll be a
weekend?
lot of fun, man.
Is there a way to watch this
Expectation
weekend? Like,
points. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna drop the link on my Instagram. You can find it on my Instagram at Corbett135, or like you just look me up on Facebook. But freaking, it's gonna be on spectationsports.com.
okay,
You can't find anything like that. Just go on. I believe Detroit's the same Eastern time. So I think fights start at 7 o'clock. You log on to Spectation Sports. I'll probably be like the third or fourth fight, so I'll probably be around 8 o'clock probably. So you guys should tune in then 8 o'clock Eastern, September 30th, and we get a rocking on spectationsports.com.
let's go,
Sweet, I'll
baby. Keep
we'll
that
put
O
the
on your
link in
record.
it.
Yeah, good luck out there,
Hell yeah,
Majid.
dude. Hell yeah.
We appreciate you
All right,
taking the
Majid.
time to
Appreciate
come
it.
and talk to us,
Appreciate it,
brother.
Alex. Hell yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for setting this all up, man. You guys are awesome.
All right.